Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another game of Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr, Prophecy something something. Here we go with some ranged combat today with the Crusader. I'm going to have a little bit of a bash, a little bit of a playthrough, carry on with the story. I think we've got to talk to someone on the bridge first. Gonna be leveling up my character, who is a lowly level 26. So gonna see how the leveling process is sort of paced at the moment, because there were certainly issues before of it being painfully slow. And I'm looking forward to see if it's fixed a little bit. Ah, the tomato. Indeed, yeah, I know, Jake. It's been a busy old week this week, and I've had a few things come up, so I've been playing a lot less games than I'd have liked to, made a lot less videos than I'd have liked to, but at least got some interesting polls out on the old YouTube, so we got some good info with that. Was thinking about making a second channel dedicated to tabletop roleplay games for Games Workshop. Fortunately, everyone and their nan, excuse me, guys, trying to talk here. Oh, you can't close him anymore. I'll just wait for you to finish then, Caius. Don't mind me.
Rest assured, Thor. I don't intend to let any heretic astartes leave this place.
There we go. That's better. Indeed. So it was pretty much 9 out of 10 people said, hey, keep it all on the same channel. So that seems like the likely scenario. And we'll be looking at a 50-50 spread, I think. A 50-50 spread. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Baron, man. I'm good. It's sometimes life just throws the few things at you, and stuff comes up, but it's stuff that will make us stronger in the long run, you know. All fun and games. Or sadly, not fun and games, actually. Not enough games. Need more games. But indeed, so looking forward to the tabletop stuff. Tabletop roleplay. I feel that the tabletop's covered by so many people that you don't need me talking about tabletop, and I don't really have the time, money, finances, or quite so much interest in the tabletop as I used to. I love looking at it, but seeing as I'm not a member of a social group that actually plays it, collecting it's kind of a little bit lonely. I'd very much like to go ahead and play some more Necromunda, because that's a real hoot. But anywho, tabletop roleplay, on the other hand. So I'm hoping that we can get a few campaigns going for the other systems too. Dark Heresy. I'd need some other DMs for all of this, because I don't think I can, unless I do a 100% improv campaign, which is maybe possible, and I could maybe do that for the next Wrath and Glory, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm doing all right, Panda. Thanks. I am doing all right. Is that Marine using a lasgun? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe. I'm currently using a multi-melter, and I'm going to switch over to my heavy flamer, which is just absolutely... Hang about. What are you doing in here? There's some old rebel guard machinery. Trying to remember the buttons now. Which one does what? Yeah, okay. That's that one. That's real good, Hydra. Right, melt on the floor. Can I? No, that's not cover, apparently. Oh, God. Okay, fine. We'll just melt him normally. Put stuff on the floor. That seems to work. And... wow. This could take a while. Make-up will wipe your whole account. Character's influence. Oh, it's Mojo. I was going to say, Mojo also had his stuff wiped. Just ignore me. Don't mind me. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, I have to say, I know there are a few people that seem to be a little unhappy with the changes, but I'm... Oh, hello. Oh. I have to unlock this? Fine. Go, sure. Why not? Why not? Why not unlock it? Would you mind lowering my health then, please? Well, this is a new one. I'm not familiar with such stuff. Put you there. Roast some nubs over here. Purge some heretics over there. Splooge on the floor over here, make a mess. Flamers are fun. Flamers are fun and friendly. God. It actually does feel a bit more like an ARPG now, so honestly, I think all good changes. I haven't seen anything thus far that's maybe unsatisfied. I'd say the game still suffers from a few of the polishing issues, but just in terms of how melee works, actually, I actually think ranged combat for me feels better. There's something about the melee that's more fun, and I think that comes with the extra mobility, but there's definitely something weird about the way the animations all tie together when you're a melee in this game. Yeah, multi-melter is pretty boss. There we go. Nice. Keep doing you. Ah, fair enough, Mike. I will indeed, my friend. I will indeed. So I'm hoping we can get some other YouTubers. So if any of you have like Games Workshop YouTubers that you like, that you think I should try and get involved in any tabletop campaigns, even for a guest session here and there, you should definitely let me know who. Like I've had a little chat with Enter Elysium, and I've tried to convince him to jump on in the Warhammer Fantasy game, which I think he will. Just it'll be a case of timing and convenience, because he's a busy man. He's got lots to do. Lots to do, and he's a busy man. So that's fine. But we need more. We need more. Yeah, I mean, the game is perhaps a little underrated, but it also deserves some of its criticism. So it's a tough one, really, because it does lie in that subjective area of, well, I think it gets more hate than it should, but I think it still should get lots of criticism. So Arch Warhammer, Valrak, the old token classics. Yeah, well, they're both busy chaps as well. I've not had a lot of luck in the past, but I can try.
Nerve gas.
Ooh.
I hope the filtering bionics won't fail me.
I can but try. I was listening to a Total War Warhammer 2 lore chat the other day. Chronicles of something, book of something. Oh, it'll come back to me in a second. I was really enjoying that channel. Yeah. FFG, well, if it is Wrath and Glory, it'll be the new rule set, because the game's getting a revamp, because let's face it, the previous rule set was not great. So Cubicle 7 are basically doing all Games Workshop TTRPGs now. And I think that's a good thing, because they've got... Okay, they've mainly got some of the writers from Fantasy Flight, even though, let's face it, 40k's moving away and Age of Sigmar from the D100 to a D6 system, which is interesting. And I kind of get why they want some of the tabletop players to buy it. I think that's, in a nutshell, what they're trying to achieve there. Make it nice and friendly, make it pick up and play. But Wrath and Glory was a bit of a letdown, so we'll see what Wrath and Glory Mark II is like. I'm hopeful. I liked Dark Heresy, and I never played Rogue Trader, but there were certain things about Dark Heresy I wasn't as fond of. Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition, though, absolutely love it. Much prefer the rules of that, even as it's a D100 system. Probably butchered his name. I think I did. I think I did. Oh, Lutein. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. I think we need to start doing the rounds, get some stuff out there. We need to start making some content first, some news. I'm going to try and reach out to the writers of some of these games, basically all under one roof now, which makes it a bit easier, and try and see if we can get some interviews out. Because I know Ross Watson, when Wrath and Glory the first time was coming out, was doing some interviews, so I'm really hopeful we can get some there. But one nice thing for this is it'll be a good opportunity for me to actually learn a bit more lore and canon for these. Because as I've been learning and playing through Fantasy, I've absorbed so much more lore and info, just because suddenly being able to apply it to a group makes it much more interesting. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's get some health back. Another one of you, another one of you. Get some of my suppression back. Nice. Yo, what's happening there? We had a thing come up. Yo, Mike. Thanks, man. Do I have the things turned on? I do have the things turned on. But I can't see the super chat on this window. Now it's going to go all flickery while I look at the super chat because the game's gone absolutely crazy since they changed it. New patron on the way. Fairly nice. Dude. Hang on. Is that code for the you're having a baby? Or is that there's a new patron? I just want to check here. Because we've had viewers reproduce before. Speaking of that, how is the little nipper mojo? How's fatherhood treating you? Yeah, you can see it. I don't want to make the mistake of misinterpreting. Right. Let's jump on in there. And yes, one nice thing I think is I can finally offer a few more patron rewards because I think I can do a few more Q&As about the campaigns and things like that and a few extra GM talks. I have to be honest, it will have to be stuff quick to put together, but hopefully interesting still.
These fanatics always have a Grimwaller somewhere.
Oh, a clue.
Find it.
What lovely handwriting. There needs to be a little washed effect on that text, I think. It's just too neat. Much triggers. But I guess it's actually just text loaded in rather than an image. Okay. That's all there. Let's go get my chest. Over here. Channel idea. Hydra build IKEA furniture, but on stream, but only using a thunder hammer. That's amazing. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Collabs. Can't go wrong with collabs. Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, your little one was 11 years old. Well, there you go. Hope he's doing good too. Shout out to him if he's watching. And apologies for the screen going crazy again. Just don't mind this. Flamethrower? Yeah, man. Flamethrower's where it's at. Oh, Mojo with the $2 too. Thank you very much. Always one up in there. It's like an auction. Right, I guess we'll go crit hit with ranged. Spend that skill point. It's 2% crit. I mean, I don't know what we're up to now. Crit hit chance 12. That's fine. I thought I had I've got a melter gun, and I thought that was a multi-melter, but it's actually a heavy flamer. I like heavy flamer though. Heavy flamer's spicy. What else do we have here? Thermo pistol. That's kind of cool. Anything else that's useful or interesting? There, lots of stuff. Have I unlocked this yet? 3. Right, so it will be a while to unlock this. Great. Thank you. Oh, thank you again. Inquisitor. Right, sell those. Sell these with a delay. There we go. And sell that. Now, sort by level. So, anything useful in here? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Oh, that would be a yes. Dramatically better. And slightly better. Extra virtue. Oh, we have a virtue signaling neural implant. That could be good. Burning dot damage, 47%. I think I'll stick with my current. Thank you very much. No, other than that, all looks reasonable. Right, let's go. Talk to someone on the bridge. There we go.
I have the map of the local teleport beacon network.
90-minute makeover, but only using melter bombs. Baron, you're dropping some hot ideas today. Blazingly hot. Hot and spicy ideas. Yeah, I like the idea of IKEA furniture using a thunder hammer. Or how about sculpting using a chainsword? Yeah, I would very quickly lose a limb. Yeah, that's there you go. When is Xbox getting the 4th class? I have no idea, Nathan. I'm sorry. I don't know. Darth, I'm good. Young man, you're calling me. God, I wish I felt young. Ever since the ripe old age of... I think when I turned 30, I'd stopped feeling young. When I started complaining about young people, I stopped feeling young. Oh, look at that. But whenever I get my face out on camera, a lot of people are like, hey, you're not 40. So that's nice. I guess maybe I have a mature voice. Or maybe they're just very, very into stereotyping Games Workshop fans.
Your support here is invaluable. The Emperor protects.
And then I get the others as well that are like, stop living at home with your mum. Get out, get a job. I'm like, I've got one of those. I'm doing stuff in life. Ooh, what's going on over here? I think I have to stand inside this. Okay, we're going to move back there in a mo. We're busy right now. Purging can wait. Or purging of that particular heretic can wait. Oh, boy. Okay, fine. The flamer is needed. This cooldown, though.
This is what the Vox station is spreading. Incoherent rhetoric.
Alright. We'll do some kiting. Good old-fashioned kiting.
Beyond Legion. For the Emperor!
There we go. Pick them off one by one. Well, that was a lot more efficient, wasn't it? That's some efficient purging right there. I like the flamer. If you don't like the flamer, you should. What was that bubble, my dear? What was that? Oh, I'm standing in a thing. A heretical thing. Oh, they explode! Oh! I just remembered in time. My Inquisitor senses kicked in. Okay, right, let's carry on. Channel idea. Host an episode of Ready Steady Cook with the contestants Lehman Russ and Lionel Johnson. Well, yes, I mean that could work. That could work. There are many good ideas you're coming out with today, my friend. It's just a shame that you don't work in television. Oh, oh. Yeah, my friend, fight the machine. Fight the man. Stick it to him. There we go. All I need is health on crit as well, because oh dear. There's lots and lots of stuff going on. And there's another, yep, another one of you here. Time for an inoculator. Oh, time to run even. The purging is glorious. Hang on. Didn't I cook you a minute ago? What happened there? Aha. My turret will do the work.
Die, heretic!
Come on. Burn it. Burn it with holy fire. There we go. Oh, knock me over. Son of a bee. Can I kill you? I think we're okay. Who could cook? Who could cook the fastest? How about Ready Steady Cook with a heavy flamer instead? Ready Steady Cook with a heavy flamer. Like the perfect roast chicken in 30 seconds. You want permadeath? Oh boy. Oh boy. You are a brave, brave man. Oh boy. Hold it. That's the thing. That's a countdown now. I like the idea of permadeath until I play it, and then I die very quickly by a silly mistake. Although Mutant Year Zero permadeath was, hello, that's a big old circle there, sir. Keep up the good work. Does that actually hurt me? I don't think it really does. I have to say, the flamer is loads of fun. Even if it might not be the most efficient weapon in the world, but it is loads of fun, and it can stack vulnerabilities like no one's business. And it can also get you killed if you're just ranting about how great it is and not paying attention to your health. Was this update today? No, my friend, it's already been out a little while. I'm just late to the scene, and I haven't uploaded the previous live stream, but that will be done. Or this one will be uploaded, rather. But yeah, thank you everyone that's been participating the last few days in the old questionnaires that have been coming out on the community tab. I need to use that more, don't I? I really do. It's a nice way of actually interacting with you guys. Just with a quick, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Nice and simple, but you guys get to have a say. It's good. It's good. I like it. Right. I need healing. Ah! Water level up. No, no, no. Bad time to read a letter. Okay, well that was the thing. And, well, I guess we can pick up some more inoculators here. Yeah, exactly. The electorate was clear. The decision was, yeah, it was a landslide victory. Can I do builds for this game since the patch? As much as before, I presume, but I'm not on late game yet, so I'm not sure. No, I don't believe this update is out on Xbox yet. I'm not sure when it does come out, though. I am sorry, my friend. I wish I knew. I'd like to see Tyranid and Elder, but it's going to take me a while to get there. However, I do think I'm getting a better sense of this game playing it. Ooh, hello. Playing it through afresh. So I'm quite happy to do this because I feel like I can do, and my plan will be, after the next content in particular, is to do a review Mark II. Actually, how is this game doing 1 year later? Because I think this game, after this update, my old content is no longer relevant. And I don't think it's particularly accurate to give people an impression as to should they buy. I don't think my views on how good it has changed dramatically, but it is certainly better. And I think there would be people that were on the fence before that would now get it. I don't think everyone will like this still. Like, it's still very different to a lot of other ARPGs. Whoa! Welcome, Red Panda. New member! Signed up member. Congratulations, my friend. Welcome to the team. Have a bunch of cool, spicy emotes you can use. There's an Inquisitorial Eye, all sorts of other things. It's all very, very exciting and exclusive. And I'm gonna die. Oh, that's a turret right there. Great. Okay. Nothing a bit of running away won't fix. Ha, 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 ha. Oh boy. Need more crit chance. That would generate more turrets. Nice radio signal. Ouch, ouch. Okay. Come on. That should kill it now. Okay. Get some suppression back. And one day I'll get a new middle mouse. You guys that have been around a while probably remember me complaining about my middle mouse getting stuck a year ago. It still happens. This mouse was faulty when I bought it and I never got my money back. One of my regrets, I tell you. It's a Logitech and it's an absolutely beautiful mouse. It's so comfortable. I've got tiny little hands and it fits it like a glove. But the middle mouse button gets stuck all the damn time. Right. So what have we got to do here? Oh, just burn it. Fine. That's a Voxcaster, so next time I'm playing Dark Heresy, people have one of those on their backpack. Roger, roger. Yo, Red Panda! There you go, you got to spam those emotes, my friend. I think Hydra Recaf... Excuse me, Captain. Thank you. Hydra Recaf is my personal favourite. It's just amazing. It's just the best. 2000 XP, nice. It's all born from the meme from this game that is the recaf is still warm. Which is just like a random thing that your captain said. Well, the captain of the ship anyway after a mission, but it just seemed so misplaced. Stood out like... It just felt so weird. But it's good. It's good, man. Right, critical, suppression damage bonus on critical, meh. Health healed on critical hit, I think we'll go for. Yep, definitely. Definitely. We're going to work up the critical tree, and we're on 28. Do we get any cool items? I mean, we got a lot of items. you do pick up stuff fairly quick, and that's all good and shiny. Any cool items, any intel in particular? It would be nice if they really stood out, because I've seen a couple thus far, and I do find them a little easy to sort of gloss over. Especially if they couldn't be sold, if they were like the highest tier, so you couldn't sell them by accident. I'm not sure if you can. If you can, then I'm pretty... well, my feelings of that would be fairly strong. Even now, with 50% on Steam, it's €25. Yeah, still expensive for what it's marked for what was delivered. Yeah, I will admit their marketing terminology has always been on the ambitious side. They have always been... Neocore have always, let's say, put a very positive and optimistic spin on everything. It's not just a new... 2 new weapons. It's multiple new weapon types with flashy new abilities. They've always sold it as being very... whew, the Atlas grind. God, yeah. Man, I like the idea of Atlas. God damn, I was actually really hyped for role-playing pirate, and you know what? That was one of those moments where I just... damn. I got my hopes up like so many others, and I really shouldn't have. It was not the best game. At the same time, I did have some fun in it, but it was not really all that special. By that, it was a monotonous grind. Although there was some fun to be had. I will admit that. I need to not play games like that, quite frankly. Yo, what's up, Rage? Did they update the game? Well, yes, it's had 2.0 now, so if you haven't completed the game, I would say play it through co-op, because I really think that that's probably a good shout. Now we have co-op campaign. I think playing this co-op with some friends, even as a couch co-op campaign crawler, I think there's some potential there to say, like, okay, yeah, that's kind of cool, yeah, okay. It might not be a top ARPG now, but it's getting better with time. That's all I can say. And the new stuff does look really nice. I'm looking forward to NIDS. Oh boy, hot spicy NIDS. I'm trying to level up 28. I'm on my way to 100. I'll be there any minute now. Any minute now. Won't be long. Oh boy. Yeah, so hopefully going to get back on the video train soon. So I think what plan for the weekend is to get a video out discussing general thoughts on this game in its new state. Not quite ready for a review yet, but as a preamble to a review, sort of a 2.0, is it worth it, maybe? And then we'll do a Martyr review 2.2 or whatever. No, the max level's 100 now, I think, Rage. It's quite a while. Yo, Chaos Bane! In Chaos Bane, the max level is 50, I think. Do you recommend to buy the game? You really want to, but don't want to be disappointed? Nico, it depends what you like, my friend. Like, honestly, this is one of those games that you might like, you might dislike. Some people will love it, but I think... I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. I reckon 5 to 10% of people... Look, Caius, will you kindly jog on? Look, I'm sorry, Caius. Sorry, we're doing this. You've pushed me to the edge. There we go. So, as we were trying to say... Oh, no! I reckon there's a 5 to 10% of players that really like the game. Think it's awesome. I think they're in the minority, but they do exist. I think there is probably 50% that think, don't like it. Something about it's not right, mechanics don't work, doesn't tickle my pickle. And then I think there's also the crowd that are like, yeah, it's all right. And I think that's kind of the how I would phrase it. You might like this game, you might not. But it really depends what you like and what you dislike. If you like PoE, and you like really complex builds, I still don't think this delivers that. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, this is kind of a cool concept. It's kind of a cool game to get you into 40k, I think. It introduces you to a few of the factions, the story. I personally think the campaign of this is actually a nice story. Nice in terms of, I like the story, what happens, and its, let's say, its relationship to canon. Other people may not. They may feel it breaks canon in too many places and, you know, my hobby and all that. But I quite like what they've done. And I think that's probably, for me, the highlight of the game is the story. I don't know what the current endgame's like. And if you really like endgame, you will probably find other titles that have more. I'll see, my friend, you're going to have to wait a while for a full review. I need to put more hours into this now. Even though I played this a lot during its beta and alpha phases, with the recent changes, I need a bit more time to solidify my views. I'm not quite confident yet telling you if this is how improved it is. Would you consider making a video that breaks down the new crafting mechanics for returning players? Yeah, the mechanic is eat all of your fate. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, RPG players, typically ARPG players won't be that into the story, let's face it. The story is above average, as far as I'm concerned, for ARPGs. I think the typical ARPG story is very weak. Because, let's face it, the average story from one of these games is you are... Actually, they do kind of follow the traditional trope. Oh, I don't want to give away any spoilers here. Put it this way. More or less every ARPG puts you as some sort of like awesome god, a son of a god, a child between two gods, someone that's absolutely awesome and maybe hasn't realised it yet. And this game kind of does that as well, but the story surrounding it, for me, feels a bit more meaningful, a bit more impactful. I don't know. A bit less sort of like, oh, there's a bunch of bosses you're going to need to kill and, you know, here's a bunch of chapters to get you there and sudden plot twist at the end. I don't know. I think there's some good stuff going on here for 40k. I'm hopeful as well for the new class because I'm curious because their animations for enemies have improved a lot as the game has been out. And I'm curious to see if the latest class looks notably better than the others. Might do, it might not. I'm very curious to see how that works. And it's a very... Yep, its own little private space. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. Like, this is not a competitor with D3 PoE. Like, you wouldn't play this game for the same reasons. Same with Chaos Bane in a way, but that's its own thing right now. Martyr is... D3 is amazing hack and slash fun combat, and that's kind of why you would do it. This game doesn't have that amazing fun value to the combat. That sort of really satisfying... Well, I find this quite satisfying, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the meaty hack and slash. PoE, you've got the complex builds, you've got like 2 weeks worth of spreadsheets to try and plan your character, you've got loads of different sort of variables to factor in, and you could be there for a long, long time planning what you're going to do. This game doesn't really have that either. It doesn't appeal to either of those things, but there is still room to enjoy it. And it's not me trying to say it's perfect, because it's not a perfect game. I do like the aesthetics, so I think actually if you're doing ranged combat, I think the game looks pretty good. Some would disagree, but I've heard plenty of folks saying that they don't like the aesthetics. Capturing the game, the actual size specifics, so much... Yeah, well, all of the models are exactly scaled according to Games Workshop dimensions, as they have to be, actually. It's strange, because some licenses actually seem to get to caricature some of the models a little bit, and others, like this game has seemed to have ported them really, really well. texture-wise as well. Like, you can't see it so well in the engine. I feel like if they came out with an ultra graphics setting, then, to be fair, it already looks pretty decent. It's pretty good looking. Burp. 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 There we go. At least I think it's pretty. Now's the time, Jay. Complexity is getting old. My friend, I don't know if this is something that happens when you turn 30, but complexity for me stopped being fun a long time ago. I was like, you know what, I don't want to put a lot of thought. I don't know what happened. Well, I think it was when I hit 25, that suddenly if a game didn't have a decent tutorial and just spoon-feed me how to play it, if I was left with any question as to what to do, I was like, nah. This isn't the game for me. I need to be spoon-fed. I need things to be obvious. I don't know. Maybe it's just the millennial in me has taken a while to blossom. It's fun with friends. Unless your friends don't play anymore. Oh, is that a dig, Chatman? Is that a dig? What level's your character, Chatman? Do you have someone level 29 or so? Let's, should we get some friendlies in here? Or just bring in anyone. Just bring in anyone. Do you have anyone between 29 and 50? Might be. Okay, well, have a look. See what you got. Because if you're lower than me, then we can't progress the campaign, which sucks. But it kind of makes sense. Fap, that's how it works. That's how it works. You hit 30 and suddenly you get a lot more miserable. And I tell you what, though, it's great. It's great. Gone are the days of wondering what shirt to wear. Now I'm like, I'm going to wear this one because it needs ironing, and if people judge me, then I can be grumpy at them. Ah! Get out of there! There we go. Comprehensive tutorials always show at least... A good tutorial is such an important thing. It's such an important thing. And I know it's expensive to do. And a lot of devs don't seem to have the resources for it, but goddamn. You can smell a game that does a decent tutorial, like Vermintide. Vermintide 2's tutorial I really liked. I thought that was really good. It spoon-fed me exactly what I needed. It completely railroaded me through every button, but I was never in any question as to what I needed to do to get to the next step. So, in my mind, mission accomplished there. Good job. Oh, don't worry. You can become grumpy well before 30 if you like. That's also fine. That's also fine. And I'm not too far past 30, but it was a few years ago. Just my young boyish looks keep me looking fresh and 15. I don't know if that's good genetics or bad. I think it depends what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to successfully mate, probably not the best genetics. Trying to get a cheap bus pass or a low fare for a cinema ticket, probably good genetics. It's all about context, isn't it? Indeed, Mike. Oh, hello. I forgot about this. Look how quick the abilities refresh, though. It's nice. That's a nice thing about crit. Crit lowering cooldown. Yeah, you can do your sound waves. That's cool. I don't care. One pustule dead. What's this? Ah. Cogitator. Cogitator. That's it, Ash. Old enough to know better. No. Yeah. Old enough to know better. Young enough to not care. That's a nice expression. I like that. Oh, come on. I need these. Need them in my life. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, again, guys, if you've got some thoughts on YouTubers that need to jump in on a roleplay series, let me know. Because ideally someone that can DM. Although I think I could probably run 2 campaigns. Especially if one was just improv'd. But I don't think I could run Age of Sigmar because I don't have an actual Scooby-Doo. And yes, even though I'm a Warhammer Fantasy fan through and through, and the idea of Age of Sigmar triggers me something rotten, I will do it. I will do it because I know there's people out there that like it. And, well, if I'm going to cover 2 of them, I might as well cover 3. Even if it upsets me and hurts me a little bit. And it is just my stubbornness, I'll admit that. Oh. Right, that's that. That's a bit of that. Oh. Nice random button by the side there that I didn't want to click on. Right, what do we get? Nexus rifle, how very useful. Anything else of use? No. Heavy bolter. Unfortunately, I don't have investments into bullets. However, heavy bolter basically overrides the need for optimization with nothing but pure awesomeness. Now, I think it's time to upgrade my level 6 main implant. Character has also got some points somewhere. Ah, an extra perk slot. Hot dang diggity. Alright, aimed, movement speed. Critical hit strength, no thank you. Class resource, no. Armor, no. Melee, no, no, no. Ah, damage reduction while standing still. That one I like the idea of. Especially for a heavy bolter build. Okay, we'll go for that and crit hit chance and crit supply vulnerability. Fine. Fine. Do I have the capacity to respec? Yes, I do. Let's buy some of these. Bling, bling. Bling. So, what do we got here as well? Ooh. Necromechanic. Oh. Digiweapons. All of these things. All of these things. I'm going to buy a heavy flamer blueprint. Ooh. Implants, implants. Right, one of these. Got my heavy bolter. And I'm just going to reset the heat tree. Come on. I think I clicked that. Do I just have to wait for it to activate? Ah, there we go. Right, 1, 2... Where's the one I need? I think it's here. Vulnerability. There we go. That's the one right there. Right, damage bonus. Dealing physical damage less than 1 second cooldown. Nope, don't need that. And that one might be useful. Okay. Right, let's get some people in here. Cabal. Cabal, cabal, cabal. Send Chatman an invite. We'll send Leonatos an invite just to see what level he is. Anyone else? Nope. There we go. 29, Mr. Chatman. Let's see if he's high enough. Look at him. He's an assassin. So sleek. Arty Mags for all the ammo. Oh yeah, that would be a nice idea, wouldn't it? That would be a nice idea. All the ammo. Let's switch that. I'll stick with the vulnerability. Oh no, wait. I think I've already got that with the other ability. Right. There we go. Mag capacity. And we'll do this. No! Okay, Chatman can have leader. Go on, Chatman. Lead the way. P, you can lead. He's probably 1 or 2 behind me. Let's go. LPGs are totally fine. Comparison to, say, Diablo was a good example. It's a fun challenge factor rather than the genre. There's so many reasons to play different ARPGs. This one, for me, is one to play for the story, narrative, bit of fun, and to absorb the setting, I think. Because I do think they've done a fairly good job of capturing 40k It's just that it's maybe not been the style of ARPG that people want. Ah, there we go. My body is ready. Let's go. Yeah, Chatman has all the games installed, ready to go at a moment's notice. How stupendous do the Void Rippers look? There's a lot of stuff that looks good in this. I need to get to the Tyranids. And I need to get to the Elder as well, because I'm sure they look pretty nifty. Yeah, I haven't played the Sin for ages. Well, that's fine. I'm the token tank. Looking forward to this. Oh, okay. So, while we're on the subject, guys, TTRPG. No, TTRP. Tabletop roleplay goddamn games. I can't think, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. What videos should we do? What do you want to see? Interviews with developers and writers. That I've got. Well, I'm looking into at the very least. Maps, map making, campaign writing, setting lore canon. One mini-series idea I thought was, okay, if we take the story of each of the main Warhammer games out there, what can we steal from them? Like, what can we steal from Inquisitor Martyr? Minefield. Oh, good stuff. Mojo getting timed out. Feels bad, man. I'll have a bless. Right. Gets more accurate the more you fire, so... We'll just lay down the Daco here. Actually, I think explosive rounds probably better. Daca. Nope. We need more shots. Not got enough. I don't care how inaccurate this is. It's the best gun in the world. It's the most beautiful gun in the world. And it is nothing but pure glory. Manifest in a gun. Who cares if it doesn't hit something? Kind of need to be close to them though. Oh man, it's this map. This map takes forever to do. Chatman, why did you load me in this one? Curse you. Anything that reduces spread will do very nicely.
Loading.
Hang on, I'm going to go by their spawn point here. Can I walk in their spawn point? I wonder if they don't spawn because I'm here. Ah, here we go. I'll let Chatman take the others out. He's doing fine over there. Okay. I think I can stomach a fair few hits here, so... I'm going to pop the digi weapons as well. Oh, it's so good. It's really satisfying, actually. Turns it into like a glorious little mini game of purging. Who spoiled the plot? Oh dear. Yeah, let's not spoil the plot too much, if we can, guys. Try and keep it vague and ambiguous. So far, I tell you what, I really hope the final boss from the first installment of the games had a few tweaks. Because the first playthrough, man, I stun-locked the guy. Didn't even get to attack anything. Great teamwork. Oh, absolutely. Chatman does the work, and I do the Daca. And I get healed as well from the amount of damage I do, which is nice. kind of need some more accuracy, though. I have a bit of an issue with hitting stuff at long range. I'm not using the right attack for it. Like, I'm intentionally using the less accurate of the... Oh, God damn it. There we go. Stand right in their face. That's how you do it. If you want to kill a tank with this weapon, stand in their face. Chatman's looking at my gun being like, man, I'm so jelly. I'm just a flimsy old assassin. What can I do? How can I match up to the might of a heavy bolter? Even though power swords are pretty balked. Right, let's go. How is everyone doing today? That's the real question, isn't it? Yeah, happy Thursday? Happy Thursday to you all. Hope everyone's got a nice weekend lined up. I have one hell of a session planned for the fantasy roleplay session this week. You guys won't watch it till the week after, but oh god, I'm excited. I'm very nervous about killing people because I think I might party wipe, but at the same time I think it will be really good fun. So, well, maybe not. We'll find out soon enough. Soon enough. Lore and canon videos should probably throw a little bit of that in there. Lore and canon, indeed. And especially for the Warhammer Fantasy stuff, some Total War Warhammer 2 footage in the background. Oh, it's just so beautiful watching fights. Too hot, brain melted. Yeah, I know that feeling. And I think we're going up to 29 degrees in the UK, which means I'm effectively useless for the next few days. I don't know how I'll function. Spin around in a circle, kill everything in sight. Don't need to move around the cover. Shoot through it. If they're behind cover, it's not about a tactical maneuver to get around the side. You blow the cover open. That is how we roll. See? No! Ran out of bullets. Okay. Drop a turret. Yeah, there's quite a few of them there, isn't there? Okay, let's see how much stacker we can do from up here. Yes! Yes! Purge! Purging intensifies. Where's Chatman? He's not dead, is he? I think he died. Hang on, let's kill that turret quick. This builds my focus up as well, nice and fast. Come back here. Pop my digi-weapons. Gives me a few extra crits. That is how you purge. Glorious. 32 degrees, bleh. That's too much. It's fine if you're in a seaside town. If you've got a nice, stiff breeze, 32's fine. If you're in muggy London and the smog is just turning into like a thick gravy in the air, blech. If they said anything about the when the patch drops for console, man, that's a popular question today. I am afraid not, my friend. I have absolutely no idea. Hopefully soon for you guys, because you seem the most eager to play it. Both of the chapters were made originally for this game? Yeah. That was pretty cool as well, the fact that the, what they call them, the Stormwatchers? I like the fact that they've got their own chapter. I think that's cool. And like Dawn of War also had a chapter made, so you can't be too like, oh, but my chapters. Games Workshop back when I was young was all about making your own chapters. Every rulebook was like, man, there's loads of other chapters, so feel free to make your own. You know, make up whatever you like, and every book encouraged it. I guess with all the Primarchs, the more canon came out, the more people got attached to pre-existing stuff, but I can't remember. I have a feeling I may have made one when I was young. I think it looks suspiciously like Nurgle. Post Eye of Terror? It is... Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I believe so. I can't actually remember, but yes, I do think so. Although I think they've basically said it's in an isolated area, so the plot could be anywhen. But I think they have answered the question as to what year it's set in. I just can't actually remember. I think it's 40k. This should have been crossplay. Yeah, it would have helped Mojo, but the trouble is money. Like, any indie developer now, you ask them about crossplay, they're like, nope, we can't afford it. It's just like a flat-out no. A lot of AAA companies say that, so it's a shame, though. If crossplay was easy, the world would be a better place. Like, if all player bases were larger, games wouldn't have so many problems. Games Workshop games are plagued by this issue of having low player bases, which just sends them in a death spiral so fast. Like Warhammer Tactics, Space Hulk Tactics, I quite like that. But I ran out of people to smush so quickly. And Gladius as well, I quite like Gladius too. Ran out of people to smush in that as well. Like after a week the player base was so low that I couldn't get a multiplayer game. A week. Damn. I mean, to be fair, I don't blame people for getting bored of the game after a week, don't get me wrong, but it was a shame. Chapter of the Divine Wing Dudes. Makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of angels out there. A lot of angel-themed chapters indeed. Oh, I always go this side for that chest. Trolled by a chest. These guys don't have suppression bars, so they're quite easy to smush. Right. Bit of close range purging. I don't think I've got quite as much tankiness as I would like. So we may have to work on that. Chatman's doing some stuff over there. What are you doing over there, Chatman? Objective's over here. It's alright, I'll kill them all. He's probably found a chest or something important. Eagles or angels? Yeah. That's about right. I reckon they should have named the chapters after all of the English pubs. So you should have had the Running Horses, the Dog's Leg, the King's Arms, you know, the Spotted Dogs. Obviously with a little bit of a twist. Like, I don't know, the Studded... No, that would have sounded terrible. I'm not going to follow through with that one. Definitely pub names, though. Definitely pub names. That would have worked much better for me. The White Rabbits. White Rabbit. Like, every White Rabbit pub I've been to has been amazing. It's, generally speaking, in the UK, if you find a pub called either the White or the Black Rabbit, actually, but any rabbit pub is generally good. I know about 5 of them, and they're all good quality, so I think that's a little thing if anyone visits London. Or well, actually, most of them are outside of London, so... Right, what have we got here? Suppression will never drop below medium, but I don't regen health. Pass on that. Miss me with that, please. And have I unlocked anything here? Ta-da! We're getting there. I like the fact you've got to unlock this. That's really super awesome. Ancient relic. It's not just normal one, it's ancient. Right, welcome to the stream again, guys. It's nice to have some viewers in. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back. My name's Ersic Hydra. I do videos and stuff. Sometimes I normally just stream. Let's be real here. Let's be real. Come on, chat man. Throw us in. Go. Go, go. You the boss, chat man. This is all you, buddy. Is he looking at missions? I'll do some core work while I'm here. Got to get those obliques nice and strong. No, okay, he's doing some general maintenance. Okay, fine. Fine. I guess I'll salvage some things. That would be interesting for you all to watch. Salvage, salvage, salvage. Oh, is that heavy bolter any better than my current one? Nah, who knows. Right, what can we forge? Ah, ready check. Fine. That was quick. There's a bar here called Drinkers Anonymous. Nice. I like that. I like that. Best pub name. Put it in the chat right now. Let's go. Do I know what the end game is like? Fap? I'm not quite sure, really. I don't actually even have a high-level character anymore, so I don't know. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Space Marine chapter called Yellow Pikachus. Oh, dear. I think, oh, dear. I think a few cannon sensors will be tingling right now. It's like the My Little Pony Club thing that people dare draw mixed with the Astartes. I mean, to be fair, the more pictures of dreadnoughts tearing My Little Ponies in two out there, the better. That's that's a staple part of an education now. I'm looking forward to have kids so I can just educate them in the ways of the Emperor, basically. Is level 80 high level? I would assume so, but I think 100 is the highest. At least I think it's 100 now. And I'm very curious to see where the whole kids Warhammer thing goes. Like, I will look into it just because I'm curious to see what they do with it. I get that they're trying to reach out, and if they can do it in a way that keeps... Obviously it can't stay that true to the original canon, because let's face it, like, the Imperium's just founded on xenophobia, so... And not for a second that rubs off on the people that collect it, but still, when you're selling stuff to kids, you're going to get people be a lot more fussy about it, so... I'm very curious to see how they pitch the Imperium to kids. It seems slower. That's likely me using a heavy bolter, to be fair. I like the fact you can see debuffs on them now. This is a big improvement. Not that I actually get time to see what any of them do, but... There we go. Glorious. Send a friend in-game. Yep, indeed. That's the way to do it. Send a friend request. Purge the unclean. Yes, yes. Which just makes it sound like a glorious Sillet Bang commercial. It's very hard to put a child spin on that, I think. Like, maybe fantasy would have been easier to. I think Age of Sigmar, maybe. Because it's kind of like your token good versus evil, but again, I don't know the canon that well, but it seems to be a little bit less we need to purge you because you're another race. Which is not that easy to sell. Although it's certainly, it's always been like one of Games Workshop products' interesting characteristics, like how each race has its complete own vibe, and oh man, I've always loved it. It's always been good. Yeah, the Empire is fighting for life, to be fair. Yeah, it's not like people are coming up to them for hugs and kisses with rainbows, you know, and being like, the Imperium's doing what it needs to. Let's be real here. It's more evidence, you know. 40k is essentially the same. Warzone is a sequence of random missions of any type divided into stages of 10. Okay. Failing any mission resets the whole stage Damn. Damn. Grav gun still OP. Good to hear. Okay, well, if there is an element of failure, that, I guess, is something. The question then is it challenging and is it fun? Let's pop that for a moment, smush this. I love being tanky. Oh, feels good, man. Feels good. If you guys are getting bored of the heavy bolter, let me know. But equally, if you are, I may have to purge you. Void shield. Oh yeah, I should be using a void shield. I wonder if they're still the best thing in the game because they give you full suppression instantly, which just always seems so damn good. Hello. Oh, that kind of came out of left field there. Fine. I didn't even see his wind-up mechanic. This is one thing I think Chaos Bane actually did a little bit better with enemy attack animations and things you have to dodge and stuff like that. I think it did nail the hack and slash fairly well. Just lacked in almost all other departments. I'm still hopeful for that game given sufficient time, but I like being a Crusader. I get to live. Come on, chat man. Right, let's knock him over. Knock him over for chat man. Glorious. Glorious. The fact that you can knock over those enemies with 100% certainty is kind of strong. It's fun though, so that's fine. OP and fun, like it cancels each other out, you know. Had to talk to the NPCs. Ah, right. I was wondering what he's up to. Oh dear. Oh, chat man. What happened? What happened? Respawn. Fine. Can you actually you to the party? Yeah, I can, Mike. Not during a game though. I can do so after the mission. Rip indeed, Red. Rip indeed. All right, I'm gonna go this way. Right, we'll wind up. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, it's so painful. Ha. This is good though. It feels like an ARPG. This is very good. This is progress, Neocore. This is progress. Oh, oof. Right. Need more DACA, officially. Need more. If I had a cone reduction, that would help. I might have actually unlocked something for my armor there. Let's have a little look. No. Maybe it only does that at the end of the mission. God damn it. Play Vermintide. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing the new Beastman stuff for Vermintide. Oh boy. And yes, I think that will be a very good source of inspiration for tabletop stuff as well. Like, when you think about it, each mission to a point could be converted into a gaming session. So what I might like to try and see is maybe even a Warhammer Fantasy campaign where each, like it's, I don't know, 13, 14 sessions, and each session is one of the missions from the game. I think that would be pretty nifty. Is the heavy bolter good? I like it. A lot of people say it's garbage. I really like it. Stuff needs to be close to you, though. No, Chatman, you fiend. I was trying to foil their trap. Accuracy, if that's not too hot. I can't help but feel that my damage is quite strong. Maybe Chatman's is... I don't remember what the... I think... Thinking back, actually, my assassin was kind of tough to use for quite a while. Ho ho ho. Saving bacons. Ah! Where did you come from? I feel like his animation was just sped up. Yeah, okay, we've got some loading issues with mobs here. I was wondering what was going on. Stacking vulnerability so quickly is just awesome. That's a real... Oh, I set one off now. I'm the noob. I'm the noob. Oh, dear. Demote me back to Acolyte. Yo, Gabriel, how's it going? Love the streams. New patch looks good. Glad you're happy. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. If only Chaos Bane had more stuff. Let's do some right clicks, because they do more damage at long range, in theory at least. Thank you for the follows, thank you for the clicks, thank you for the donations too, and a new member as well. All sorts of stuff going on. Patrons, members, the Martyr contents, it's, yeah, it's nice to have some viewers back. Ever since, poor old Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 sort of died a death of interest. Kind of understandably, just the player base was... It's only so long you can play a game that has not a massive amount of content. Although, the new Chaos campaign does seem pretty nifty, and it seems like they've actually given a lot of people exactly what they wanted, with a lot more customization, so hats off to them for doing that. It's a shame it wasn't there at launch, because it would have definitely gone down a lot better. But obviously it's taken them a long time to do it, like a long time, so I don't think it was one of those situations where you could make the argument, well, if you delayed the game another 3 months, you would have had all this extra stuff. Vermintide 2 soon? Yeah, I am looking forward to that, actually. I haven't played it for a long time, so I'm hoping it feels quite fresh, new, exciting. And the PvP, let's be real, like, that will probably be one of my main games. If the PvP is as exciting as I think it will be. Because I loved Left 4 Dead PvP. Oh my word. That has me tingly. That has me very, very tingly. The idea of PvP in that, it's amazing that they put it in, because I honestly thought it would never happen. So, oh boy. Oh dear. Okay, I think what we'll do... I think I might have got Chatman killed there. I'll have a little read of chat while I aim down the corridor here. There we go. As long as time D3 player who also loves the Grimdark Shenanigans 40k does look pretty sweet. Is it friendly to new players after being out for this long? I think so, Sam. I think it's fairly friendly. There's a few mechanics you might want to know and a few tips and tricks videos you might want to watch. Hashtag like and subscribe. No, but on a serious note, you'd be fine. It's... If you're a long-time D3 player, you're going to have no trouble. Like, it's not particularly complex in terms of mechanics. Occasionally there's some difficulty spikes, but it's all stuff that can be managed. You'll be fine. And it's on special offer as well. Not that I'm really trying to desperately sell it to you. I wouldn't guarantee that anyone would like it just because they were a D3 player. Quite the opposite. I think a lot of long-time D3 players might find the combat in this somewhat lighter than they prefer. However, There is also some elements of this game that I think do shine. Such as my beautiful story. Although it's mine, but I'm certainly fond of it. More Dakar. That is what we need. Take you down, take you down. If we just do some AoE explosions up there, that might... Oh my word. We can take these down around the edge first, maybe. This is amazing. Come on! Come at me, heretics. Although Chapman's tanking here, really. And doing a good job of it, too. Go, Chapman. I believe in you. Right, that's it. Get right in their face. Wind up the heavy bolter. Sit there and tank and spank. And purge the heretic. That's all we need. So satisfying. Flamers, not so satisfying. There you go. Fortunately, I can outrange them with this. Yeah, there's odd enemies like that if you're a melee class that will give you a little bit of a headache, but it's more than doable. A Car Wars game based on orcs. Do you mean like Gorka Morka? Gorka Morka was amazing. I remember when the models came out for that and they just blew me away. Absolutely amazing. I think I was an Orc and Goblin collector at the time, and that kind of got me interested in 40k. I was a fantasy player more so at the time, although I had some 40k chaos, but Gorka Morka was what made me look at 40k and be like, okay, actually, this looks really cool. And then when they revamped Orc and Goblin to actually not look like those horrible looking old Orc Goth models, which had like the checkered shoulder pads and the Viking helmet and the wooden axe, because, you know, 41st millennia, what you want is a wooden weapon. God damn. When those models went out the window and things were actually upgraded. I'm pretty sure there was a few models between that and Gorka Morka. I'm missing an addition or few here. But yeah, those were good times. Ah! It was a cancelled video game. Oh, really? Oh, that feels bad. How about stop pushing me over now? How about no? Oh, I nearly triggered the trip mine as well. Right. My favourite... I am your favourite YouTuber, my friend. That is very high praise. Thank you very much. I do as I can. I do as I can. I hope I do you proud, buddy. Hope I do you proud. And on that note, I will be skedaddling fairly soon, guys, because I've got some editing I need to do for the Warhammer Fantasy video on the weekend. I need to give that a listen through and a final edit. Because although I can just upload it raw, I like to edit because I find tabletop roleplay games difficult to listen to. So, I don't know, for me personally, I just think when they're edited, they're just that little bit more bearable. Especially if you've got moments where you're looking up rules and blah, 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 blah. Right, let's go. And I'm going to have a little think on the tabletop side what we can do for the patrons, because one idea which I really liked, but this is purely related to the fantasy campaign, is having a Q&A session where I discuss the campaign, plans, ideas, and some folk can ask questions, but I don't know. I think one option will be to offer an MP3 download of the campaigns and maybe do that via like a $1. Obviously, they'll all be on YouTube anyway, but if people like listening to them in their cars or something like that, then maybe that would be viable. I don't know. We'll think on this. Need to have a chat with some of the powers that be. Some of the members of the Imperium. See what they think. Oh, that's not looking good. We are lagging all over the place. I'm going to blame Chatman for this. Nearly done, though. Few missions successfully purged. Level 32. Have we killed the boss? No. I think that we can kill it pretty damn fast, though. Although once my suppression's down, that kind of does hurt quite a lot. Ow! Maybe put the difficulty up. This seems a lot more painful than I was expecting. I think the difficulty was put up. Did they cancel Gorka Morka video game? Feels bad, man. Chaos Bane any good? Good co-op hack and slash, friendly, quick, not too much playtime game. But arguably very expensive. Watch my review, or that's all I can say. Is I do think my review is quite fair, even though it doesn't incorporate some of the latest content for it and factor it in. I think it's a fairly good summary of my view, and it takes me 20 minutes to do a summary of my view. So I really don't like giving short answers to complex questions like that. So I would say watch the review. Not that I'm desperate for the extra clicks, but I think you will get a better answer than me saying, yeah, it's alright. Yeah, Cam, this is kind of like one of the issues with this game is there's not a massive incentive to use lots of these abilities, because your one key, once it's wound up and you're doing maximum DACA, is arguably your best ability. So there's not a huge amount of incentive to use others. Like I could say, okay, well now this one's close to me, so I can use my one key to backpedal, but then I've lost the charge on my other ability, and I can use two to knock them back a little bit here, but really a lot of these weapons come down to spamming one ability with the range characters. I find that the melee gameplay works a bit different because you've got gap closers and stuns as well, but the ranged combat still suffers of the same problem, as far as I'm concerned anyway, as to when the game first came out, and that is that, especially by the time you've min-maxed a character, you're going to have one ability that outshines the others in terms of damage. So, for example, yay, new points. Passive, physical, that, I think we'll work up to this, because that is quite nice. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, there we go. 10% damage bonus on physical attacks, stacks 5 times, stacks very quickly as well. Say bye to Chatman. But if we go to the problem here, so we got single target, single target, single target. Okay, so this is short range, this is long range, arguably. That is technically some higher DPS, but that ramps up in terms of damage over time. So goes up to 300% over 4 seconds. So that ends up being a hell of a lot higher than this, even though this has a bit of AP. But what you might as well do in this game is put all of your passives into something like physical. Okay, that applies to both trees. Single target. Okay, that applies to both trees. But then once you start applying stats into things like Fleshbane or armor breaking, so if I then go into the support debuff tree and do extra armor breaking damage, then all of a sudden one of them becomes a lot better than the other, and it's never really... Basically what I'm trying to say is you can spec so much into a skill in this that it makes the others kind of redundant. That's kind of my view anyway, and I think there's not enough of the situational buttons that help make ranged combat quite as varied and interesting as melee combat. Because melee combat, you've got, even if we bring up a thunder hammer here, we've got a shockwave which has shock and stun. It's worth using. We have a leap, which is a leap. It's going to be worth using. We have an armor breaker that you'll use whenever if it's off of cooldown, and you have your basic strike as a filler. So you're basically going to go that as priority, then that whenever you don't have anything else available, that to stun, that to leap. So everything has a purpose. But then you go back to this, and there's kind of like, okay, with the disengage is not going to use that very often. Hellstorm, if I'm spec'd into single target, then this just becomes rubbish. So again, I think the ranged gameplay still suffers from this issue of having too many channeled abilities on a lot of the weapons, although for some of the others, like an Inferno pistol, it's very different. So a heavy flamer, for example, you would do the 1 key quite often. So this is left, right, 1, 2 in terms of the keys. You would do the 1 key very often, like this, whenever you can, because it puts a dot on the floor, so it's massive damage. 2 is AoE, 1 would be more single target, and right would be backpedal. So you might use 3 out of 4 of them for this weapon. So I think that's where some of the weapons outshine others in terms of gameplay. What does this armor do? This armor just looks beast, doesn't it? And I'll tell you what we can do actually while we're here now. So we need to twiddle our appearance. Let's see what we can do. Base paint. Grime? Nope. Oh, look at that. That looks nice. Material blend. So I want to do... There we go. Gold. That's what it's all about. So if I do equipment... There we go. So now we can actually change some colours. Go for bright yellow. Go for the grey. Shiny black. Like this is just, for me, this is just beautiful. If you're a miniature collector too, I think this is just... You can change the textures too. I think I'm one of the few people that really loves this, but I think it's amazing. Right. I know this looks a bit Nurgle, guys. Don't judge too much, okay? And we're going to go for that, and we're going to go for some dark stuff there. I kind of like that. I'd like to be able to change the gold blend a little bit. I'd like to be able to change the trim, but you can't actually. We'll add some dirt to it too. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Right. Paint ourselves up there, looking beast. And then the flamer too. Actually, it's not the flamer I really want to change, is it? It's the other weapon. Heavy bolter, there we go. Right, appearance. Glorious heavy bolter looks exactly the same. That's very disappointing. God damn. My letdowns. Oh, wow. Some funky textures. But anyway, you can spend a lot of time painting. That's kind of cool. Guys. Afraid I'm going to call it a day here. I've got some editing I need to do. I'm going to make some videos for games again soon, I promise. And I will be covering more stuff. I've had a few things in life to get out of the way. And, yeah, we're in a better place now, so that's good. How many classes? 3 currently, 4 in a few weeks. So... A few. Any questions you've got, leave them in the comments and I'll try and get back to them. If you've got any sort of general stuff you want to know about the game, stay tuned for the vids. And also if you've got any particular video ideas, concepts, any video series you'd like to see related to the gaming or the tabletop roleplay stuff, let me know. Guys, have yourself a great day and I'll see you around.